What's up, guys? As you can see, I have a new car here and I went to go edit this video and I realized that I guess I never hit record on the first clip because I cannot find the first video introducing this video. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know this already, but I bought another LS400 because I missed my last one. This one is a 1993. I got it for $1,700. It had a few issues. The AC didn't work, but he gave me the new compressor, so I replaced that. And I'm pretty sure it's fixed. It doesn't blow super cold, but it does still work a little bit. And then it had just little issues here and there. I repainted part of the bumper. That's a different grill I got from a junkyard. I polished the hood, put that license plate on, the little waving cat, the dice. Various different things. There's like towels that I tucked around the seats, and I did some leather patches on the seats. I rewrapped the steering wheel. And all of this you'll see in the future. This is just introducing the video. It's already on some cheap coilovers, but I will replace those eventually. My original plan was to lift it and kind of make a little off-road car, but I think I'm going to go more of the drift route now and wait until this summer and get the diff welded. And then it has this ski box, which is very interesting, just straight drilled into the roof. And because I was going to do an off-road build with it, I didn't really care because I was going to put a roof rack on it anyways. But that's a little interesting, done by the previous owner. It has a full custom exhaust from the cats all the way back, welded on. It has one muffler in the middle, and it's a dual exhaust all the way back, and it has gutted cats. It does have a little dent in the trunk here. I do have a spoiler that I'm going to put on though that'll cover most of that. And then you can see the hood's bent up, and the fender's dented because I think it was in a small wreck there. I think it was in probably a bigger wreck in the past. It looks like they hit a pole or something right in the middle because the core support has been pulled out, but nothing else is damaged. The frame's still straight and all of that because I've taken the bumper off and looked. But yeah, rear seats are in great condition. Still got all the cool working Lexus features, different electronic weird things and whatnot. But I'm going to go ahead and continue the rest of the video. Sorry if there's some thoughts that don't really carry over because I recorded this video a long time ago and then realized that I'm missing the intro to the video, so it'll kind of just cut into the clips where I introduce the rest of the video and then do a bunch of work on the car until I end the video, and then just regular videos will be showing up from now on. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see a lot more and have a lot more explanation behind things, but yeah, it'll be just like videos with the Focus. I'm probably gonna I'll do more of a build with this one than my last one, so you will see that. Like the steering wheel wrap, that'll be a separate video, and just random things I do in the future. So we'll go ahead and just cut into the middle of where the video was left off. It's got SVT Cobra Mustang wheels, which it's got 275s in the rear. It's got 245s in the front, so they're staggered tires. I'm pretty sure they just took them straight off a Mustang and put them on here, but they got decent tread life. It's got uneven wear. It's almost under the wear bars there, but those will last. I'll leave those on there because I like them. I love the OEM wheels on, other makes and models. If you're on that Facebook group, I love that look, so I'm definitely leaving these on here. This build will be a little bit prolonged because I'm going to college in like a week. So that is definitely going to put a little damper on the time and money aspect of cars. And I pretty much got the Focus where I want it. It's still got some stuff that I want to do. This goes a slammed Accord wagon. But yeah, Focus has like 2 more things I want to do to it before I go big turbo. So there's that. It's missing the first aid kit, unfortunately, but I was really surprised to find it has the full toolkit with the Lexus armbands still in the plastic, so that's pretty cool. It's got a spare tire in there. That's not much. 2 of the brake lights are out, but like it's got like several brake lights. That doesn't really matter. dent in the trunk that's been just rattle canned, so I'll probably wet sand and polish that, do a little bit better job fixing it. Same thing with the roof. I bet the roof clear coat was bad, and you can see it's just been rattle canned there. So yeah, I don't really know what the deal with that is. I don't know, there's even like some metal showing there, so that definitely needs to be fixed. So ski box is gonna come off so I can fix the roof. But rear's super clean. I got the AC condenser. The rear seats, I haven't even looked in there. That's just an armrest. But yeah, it just needs a bunch of little things. As far as I've even gotten into what's actually wrong with the car. So the AC condenser is the big thing as far as drivability goes. It needs front speed sensors on the wheel for the ABS, and that's also causing the traction light to come on. The guy I bought it from put a tie rod in on the driver's side, but it definitely needs one on the passenger side as well. The intake, it has a code for the MAF sensor, but obviously that's going to get fixed with the intake. It is catless. That's one thing. I'll show you. It has a full custom exhaust on it. It hangs pretty low, unfortunately, so I can't lower it anymore. But it is a full catless exhaust. That is, why am I forgetting how to say it? Oh yeah, it's true dual. So it's true duals all the way from the headers. And the cats are still there, but they were taken out and gutted. So it looks like there's cats, but there's not. So obviously the check engine light will always be on for that. And then it's just got one big muffler in the middle. I'll start it up. It's probably a little bit too late to be revving it or anything like that. But I don't even know where the heck I put the key. Oh, okay. It's actually not as loud as I thought it would be, and I'm probably going to change the exhaust eventually. I want to put an X pipe on it and probably a little bit different sounding muffler, because this muffler has a little bit too much of like an air whoosh noise. But I'll let you hear it on startup. You can see it has a total Christmas tree on the dash, but surprisingly it still runs and drives like really nice actually. Here's a little snippet of the idle. So it sounds pretty darn good. It does kind of sound like it has an exhaust leak, so I'll have to figure that out. It does, I forgot to mention this, it has an IS300, I believe, either IS or GS300 steering wheel, which the horn works. You got to push it in really far, but yeah, the cruise control stalk still works, so that's nice. And then, it's just got the buttons on it, so you have little fidget buttons while you drive, so that's fun. Interior is pretty clean. It's got seat heaters, the adjustments for the radio, and then this one, my last one, didn't have traction control, so I don't know if there's a base model compared to this, but yeah, I can turn traction control off and on, obviously, when it's not broken. It has 229,000 miles, almost 230,000 miles, coming from one that has, my last one had 429,000, I think, when I sold it, and it was probably cleaner than this one, but that was a whole different story. You can see there's the ski box up there. Sunroof works, everything works. It's got the little block here, because you put your sunshade down, but you still got that hole there. So Lexus thought about that, just gave you a little itty bitty sunshade. Normally, every time I see these, they're broken and they hang down. My old one was the same way, but that one stays up. It's got this stupid air freshener. We'll take that off. It's not stupid, but I just taking that out. This one doesn't have like the CD player like my old one did. That glove box needs some grease, but it's got the little cup holder thing, so it's still got the cool Lexus stuff. You can see the little seatbelt thing lights up. Oh yeah, you get the auto tilt away thing. I forgot about that. I think I turned that off, but you can see electric adjusting steering wheel. You get the electric adjusting seatbelt height. You You get your seat settings saved, electric seats, they all still work. You know, all these buttons work. You can lock the trunk there. That's the parking brake release. Kind of stupid moment there. And then, you know, brightness of this, like there's all kinds of just little features that I love about this. And I love this area here. I'm debating, I do have a thing that plugs into the cigarette lighter, and it cuts into the radio frequency and lets me attach my phone to the car, but it kind of sucked on my last Lexus. So I'm tempted to just put a Apple CarPlay head unit in here. Just do that. I think that would be nice. But yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting stuff that's wrong with it. But yeah, the plans for it are in, I don't know, you can see the doors loose there. I don't really know how to fix that, but we'll figure that out eventually. It sounds pretty good. The fan's making a weird, no, that's not the fan, that's the belt. That sounds like it's rubbing on something, I don't know. I still gotta completely look into the car. The timing belt should be fine. It was done 60,000 miles ago. I'm gonna put some conditioner on it and hopefully it lasts for the lifetime that I own the car. Look how pretty the sky is. That is really cool looking. We get the best sunsets in Oklahoma. They're great for pictures too. But you know, you see there's a little dent there. The lights aren't mounted. This is messed up under there. I'll plastic weld that back there. Oh my gosh, this bumper is barely hanging on. I'll have to fix that, obviously. I'm gonna close this because that's loud. I feel like I'm forgetting things, so I'm gonna stop this video and look at the Facebook listing and see what was wrong with it, because I feel like I'm forgetting like something big. Okay, so there's actually more good than bad that I was forgetting. It has a new radiator, a new fuel pump, and a brand new windshield. I have a suspicion that the hood popped up and cracked the last one. Maybe, because I don't know if this hood came on this car or if it's another black hood from this year. I'm not really sure, because the damage done here is not enough to bend the core support, so it's obviously been in a worse wreck. So this paint actually might be new. I don't really even know. But yeah, the only, there wasn't anything else wrong with it. The washer fluid reservoir it needs an O-ring and it's leaking. But yeah, you can hear, it definitely sounds like it's got an exhaust leak. I feel like it's leaking from like the header. It's leaking from something up there. So that's definitely got to get fixed, because I hate how that sounds. But I guess for starters, we can just start doing the little things in this. Obviously, this video, this is going to be like a 30-minute video because I've talked so much. It's got the antenna. I'll wash it in a few days. I'm doing autocross tomorrow and then got to go to a wedding, so I will have no time to touch this thing tomorrow. The ski box, super secure. I drove it on the highway, it was fine. The hood also flaps on the highway, so I'm gonna have to figure that out, because I'm not driving this thing with the hood like that. I don't know why I have this running. The keys for the ski box I have too. I don't want to lock myself out of it because I've only got one key, so I need to get another key made. But the ski box opens. I don't really think I would put anything in it that I'm not comfortable with losing across the highway, but it's still cool. It looks cool. Oh my gosh. But yeah, there's the ski box. That will get replaced eventually. When I lift it, I'm gonna do a roof rack on it and a light bar, and you know, like the whole fuel tank and tow straps and stuff like that up there. And I actually plan on taking it off-road. Like, it's not just I'm not planning on doing like a poser build and just leaving it, making it look like that and then not using it. That also depends on when I get a good deal on off-road tires on Facebook Marketplace, because I'm not paying full price for all-terrain tires because they're really expensive. But I mean, I love how just it's super clean right now. It looks good. I'm just gonna, you know, start fixing the little things and have videos on that. But yeah, I guess the rest of this video, I'm just gonna fix the little things. First thing will be a deep cleaning the whole thing. The exterior really needs a detail. The interior needs a detail fairly bad. I'm gonna start by taking these floor mats out. Oh, it has the OEM floor mat in there. I didn't think it did. Okay, so yeah, those are definitely going bye-bye. I don't like those. Those are ugly. Oh, it's missing one back there. I think it's in the trunk, actually. But yeah, you know, gotta get the fuzzy dice in the mirror and the stuff like that. You know what? I'll just have no floor mats in the back. I don't really care. This car wasn't expensive enough to worry about the carpet like that. I'll probably keep those in the trunk because whenever it's an off-road build, it's actually gonna probably be handy to have these type of floor mats. Yeah, see, this one's got the floor mat too. Ooh, that was disgusting. I'm probably gonna take I don't know what I just grabbed out of there, but that was a disgusting texture. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm kind of just talking at this point. We'll throw that stuff in the trunk. The exhaust looks pretty good. It looks like it was done really well, like bent and everything. The pipes stick out a little far, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. I mean, they're sturdy. I'm not worried about it. It sounds good enough. I was just gonna cut the last 4 mufflers off like on my last one and then have a muffler shop, but put some piping in there, but I don't have to do that anymore, so that's nice. What you know about them wood grain floor mats? That's the real Lexus luxury. That's a tongue twister. These little things don't stay up. You know, I have like OCD, so this car is good for curing that because it's never going to be perfect. So I just got to fix, you know, the major things. Oh, there's also this. That's got to get fixed. I think I got some paint that's pretty close to this color, honestly. So I might just take this whole thing off and repaint it. The fenders are already rolled, so that's nice for when I get off-road tires. These, you can tell they've got rubbing marks in them, so if I go any lower, it'll probably rub. And you can see the exhaust hangs pretty low, so I don't really think I would want to go much lower. And the previous owner told me that the guy he bought it from, the guy before that, so this car's been through a lot of people, but the guy before that had it so low that it just rubbed off the bottom of the stock exhaust. So that's that. Oh, it also needs front brake pads. I didn't realize that. He didn't know because the guy told him it had new brake pads, but it definitely doesn't. So when I was test driving it, I noticed the front brakes are definitely in need of replacement. So I'll just throw some cheap brake pads on there. Ooh, that interior looks so much better without those floor mats. I'll probably get some bottom seat belt or seat cover things. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a few things that I just want to do to the car. Initially, the sticker that's coming off. I'll have to clean that sticky residue off. But yeah, let me go grab a few things I want to do to it that I had on my old Lexus, you know, to kind of keep the legacy going. So a few quick little stupid things I did. The Japanese license plate on the front, I mean, it already had the holes drilled, so it wasn't like I'm messing up the bumper or anything. And I had it on my old LS400, so just kind of continuing the legacy with that one. I know it's not a Celsior. Some people are going to give hate for that, but it's still a Japanese car, and I think it looks cool on the front. Eventually, that'll be replaced with off-road stuff and lights anyways, so it doesn't matter. Then you can see there, got my fuzzy dice hanging in the window that my sister got me, and I'm not putting those in the Focus. Number one, because I can't see, and that just doesn't really fit the vibe of the Focus, but it definitely fits the LS400 black with gold badges vibe. And then air freshener. That's a dumb thing, but it needed it just to freshen it up. I think that's all I did. Oh, and I added the Moon Eyes antenna topper that I had on my old LS too. And this one, the antenna actually works, unlike my other one. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it to a hand car wash and spray it off, and then in a few days I'll finish this video up swapping out the intake and doing like a full deep clean on it. So I had a little bit of time today after autocross, so I put a screw here. I know that is not the right way this should be done, but if you look at the rest of this car, it's better than some of the stuff that's been done. To keep the headlights up because they were tilted down and crooked. And when I went to go wash it last night, the headlights were pointing at the ground. So that's screwed in, holding the headlight up for the most part. And then as you can see, the stock intake is back in. And then I plugged the MAF back in here. So that is all good to go. I even have this. This is like a way better intake. The thing that was on there was a metal tube, which is going to get hot and make the intake hot. And it was just open and in the intake. So that was like a hot air intake mod. That was terrible. This will suck in air from the grill right here. And then I did the intake mod, which you can't really see it, but in there I cut open the plastic, and that'll get air from, you know, around the headlight, but it's away from the engine, and it lets the stock filter get a little bit more air. And the OEM filter that came with the car was pretty clean and almost brand new. So that's that. Just a few little things, and then I think next I'm going to do some paint touch up. So I've already done a little bit of work on the LS today. I completely hand washed the outside, and I've been cleaning other things. Been trying to clean out the door jambs. They're filthy, and for some reason it's like really gunked up. Like this right here looks like it can just be wiped off, but it's like I'm scrubbing at it and it's not coming off. And I'm not really gonna sit down there and polish the door jambs because it's probably just gonna get dirty. But you can see the paint is pretty shiny. It does need a polish, especially the hood. There's a lot of watermarks and whatnot. It looks like a mirror on camera, but it does not look near. You can see a little bit there. It does not look near as good in person. I washed the wheels good, put some tire shine on it. I power washed the door jambs and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all of the windows. I'm gonna do the full interior, and I ordered a drill brush, and it doesn't come until tomorrow. So I'm gonna clean the whole interior except the carpets. And the tint was peeling off this window and all bubbled up, so that was driving me crazy. So I'm currently using a razor blade and trying to scrape off all of the residue, but that's gonna take a while. So I'm doing that. And then this seat back is loose. I need to fix that. I'm honestly probably just gonna put a self-tapper in through the side right there and hold it on, because I can't really think of a better solution at the moment. But the interior really needs to get detailed. The steering wheel is super gunked up, and so is the shifter. I need to get covers for the seats because these are disgusting. But yeah, one other thing I'm doing, or I have done, is paint. Right here, as you can see, you can't even tell, but this was all scraped and it was like white. If I have a before picture, I'll insert it in now. You can probably see, you can see a little bit in the reflection where I didn't really put a whole lot of effort into sanding. But the LS400s always get a little spot right here where it turns white. And this one had a whole scrape along the side where it was like white and yellow. And I bought this paint. I guess I'll go ahead and show it to you if you just happen to have this same color LS400. It is a Ford color, dark shadow gray that I just grabbed at O'Reilly's, and it is a perfect match. Like, you cannot even tell. I did it right here. This one was pretty like inside, so you can see it there. It's dirty, but you can see the mark it made. I didn't really want to sand that and do Bondo, so I just put some paint over it. But that is a perfect match. And then you can see there's some spots like this right here, so I'm going to go in and spray some of that paint in a cup and take a paintbrush and fix that up. And then over here you can see I did not paint this side of it. I just taped off up here and taped off the wheel, and then I just kind of blended it in with the rattle can. No clear coat or anything, and like, you can't even tell. You can tell in person just because this side's like a tiny bit more shiny, but it's almost impossible to notice. So that looks a lot better. So one more thing I'm going to do is, you can see this back bumper is faded here, so I'm going to take the bumper off and then tape off this bottom part or I might just take the taillights out so that it's easier to tape off. And I'm gonna sand down and repaint this whole top section so I don't have to blend it. And I'm just gonna use some Rust-Oleum black, and then use Rust-Oleum clear on it, because I've always had great results with the Rust-Oleum 2X paints, and I'm comfortable with using them. Because, you know, black is black. I don't need it to match perfectly, and it already doesn't match. Like, it's faded, so anything's going to be better than that. So I'm doing that on the rear bumper, and then the front bumper I'm going to do the same thing, just because it's kind of faded and it has a ton of scratches, and then it has this big scratch over here. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. And then if we take a look at the hood, it's got tons of rock chips in it, so I'm just going to use that same Rust-Oleum paint and take just a little brush and go in, or maybe even just like a Q-tip, and then fill in all of those paint chips so they're less noticeable. I'm not trying to make this car perfect. That would be impossible, to my standards at least, of how I'm building the Focus and whatnot, but I do want to make it nicer. I talked to the representative at Max Speeding Rods who sponsored me from my last Lexus, and they're out of stock right now, but they're going to send me their new version of the coilovers they have for the LS400, which are nicer, and I'm excited because the cheap eBay ones on here, which obviously Max Speeding Rods is another budget brand, but these are even worse. I looked them up on eBay and they're like $200, and you can see the previous owner has the preload like maxed out, so that's got to get fixed. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I mentioned in the video that I put the stock intake back on, or if I just posted that on Instagram, but anyways, I put the stock intake back on, and that fixed a bunch of issues. I was told the washer fluid reservoir was leaking, but I filled it up and it's not leaking, so that took off the check engine light, and that took off the wiper fluid light. The brake pad light is on. I checked the brake pads. The front pads are brand new, and the rears have absolutely no pad left on them. So I went to Rock Auto and I'm going to buy the cheapest. I actually haven't made the order yet. Making the order is what reminded me to keep recording this video. But I'm going to order rear pads. It has a new outer left tie rod end, but I ordered the passenger tie rod end, and then also on a Rock Auto, new wipers were $2 per wiper, so I'm going to order new windshield wipers, and that should take care of most of that. And then the other things I'm going to try to do today, if I can fit it in, I'm going to use the Crisp Fix method for finding the exhaust leak. I'm going to use that shop vac and blow air into one tip, and then I'll plug the other tip, and then I'll jack it up and spray underneath with soapy water and look for an exhaust leak, because it definitely has one. It smells like gas super bad up here. I'm scared that it is more on the header, and I'm not going to be able to get to it, just with like some exhaust paste that will harden and seal it. But oh well, we'll figure it out. Hopefully it's where they connected the new exhaust to the cats, because that'll be pretty easy to seal up. And then also, these are directional tires, and they're on there wrong. You can see left, and it's on the right side. So while I have it jacked up looking for the exhaust leak, I'm going to switch those tires so they are right. And then I'm also going to check the air pressure, because the fronts are wearing unevenly, and given that these came off a Mustang, I don't even know if they meet the load requirement for this heavy car, but I'm not really too concerned about that. They're Toyos, so it's a nice brand. But yeah, I have everything open right now, because when I power washed, the door jams, the inside gets wet, so I don't want it to get all musty in there. But yeah, I'm not going to record all of that stuff because this video is way too long anyways, but just filling you in on what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of all that stuff and just kind of update you as I go. Also, one more thing I forgot about is the gas pedal is pretty loose. Like, it kind of goes back and forth and has a lot of play. So I've been told to tighten the throttle cable, which I did on the last one, on my last Lexus, and it helped it run and feel a lot better. So I'm going to try that on this one, and then if not, I'm going to look at the pedal assembly and see if there's something wrong there. Another thing is, you can see the battery is just sitting up against the 2x4 here. So I went ahead and ordered a battery tray that I'll screw in down there and properly mount that. And yeah, I think that is about it for now. These fog lights, ooh, I just realized that one's leaking. These have yellow bulbs in them, so I'm actually just gonna tint them yellow because I like that yellow look. And if this ends up as an off-road car anyways, after a while, yeah, so I'm probably gonna do that today too. I've got a lot on my plate, probably not gonna get it done just with the way working on cars goes, but I'm gonna. So one little thing I had to document, I took the bumper off. I forgot why I took it off. Oh yeah, because I need to paint the top part, which I'll show you the rear in a second. It looks terrible. It needs some plastic welding back here because it's all cracked up. And then I needed a little bit more room to get to the condenser back here, which I'm probably gonna have to remove this light to get to the condenser and try to put some JB weld on it and seal it up. But I want to check on the leak first and see how bad it actually is. But there used to be a huge dent in this fender. Obviously it's still wavy, but I deflated a soccer ball and shoved it down inside the fender and inflated it to I think like 20 PSI, and it popped the dent out for the most part. Obviously it's still gonna have a crease in it because this isn't a paintless dent repair, but it made the dent look better, so that's good. I'm not making near as much progress as I wanted today, but I started painting the rear bumper, and for some reason this paint had a weird reaction and started doing this bumpy thing, and it looks terrible. So I don't know why it did that. I sanded it with 400 grit and then cleaned it with isopropyl alcohol, and it still didn't work. Someone rattle canned the roof like I talked about earlier, but part of it was missing and there's still primer there, so I went ahead and finished the rattle can job there. But yeah, I need to polish the hood and polish the trunk. Need to look for the exhaust leak in the AC condenser so those putty things can dry overnight. But I kind of got the headlights situated a little bit better too. I got them propped up so they sit a little bit better now. And then also I realized the car's missing the crash bar. I assume whenever it got in a wreck, the crash bar was bent or something and they just took it out. So everything else behind that is straight, all these fender brackets and everything, they're all straight. So I don't really know. I wonder if they hit a pole or something, just right in the middle, because it's just the core support that I can tell has been hit and straightened out. And then yeah, I mean, even the tow hooks down there and stuff are straight. So kind of a weird deal, but I'm gonna go to a junkyard and find all the parts it needs to fix it. I guess I'll go ahead and start painting the front part of the bumper and try to get that on tonight. I had to use some epoxy on the back of there because one of the plugs was broken. But I mean, this is obviously the Focus I bought majority stock, and this is basically buying someone else's project, so it's gonna need a lot more work. So the old AC condenser couldn't be patched, so I removed the old one, and if you take a look at it, no wonder it was leaking and wasn't working. A lot of this damage was done during taking it out, because taking it out was a terrible process. But here's the new one that the previous owner gave to me, so I'm going to put that in. I took the whole front end off here, and then I rattle canned the core support because it had marks on it and was dirty, just to make it look a little bit better. And then I also took a trip to the junkyard today and picked up a bunch of parts. For starters, I picked up this different style grill. I'm not going to do this in this video. I'll do this in a future video. But if you look at the difference, well, it really doesn't look that much different on camera. But the middle of my grill is gray, and when it's down, you really only see the horizontal parts. But this one is more of a mesh, and I don't know, I just think it looks cool, and it's black. It was only 20 bucks, so I just grabbed that, and then I'll switch the gold badge onto it. And then I got the hood latch assembly, which is missing from this part of the grill, so I don't have to reach all the way up in there to lift up the hood. I'll just have the little button there after that. And then this spoiler, I think it's from an LS400. It was laying on the ground and it's a Toyota part, but my trunk has this dent in it, and I test fitted this on one of the LS400s at the junkyard. You can see if I put it up like this, I mean it's got a big gap under there, and then there's the light, but I figured I could fill in that light, just kind of like bondo that up and sand it smooth, and then repaint the whole thing black and put it on there, and it would be like a nice little lip spoiler that no one else has, and it would cover up that dent on the trunk. And the dent does need to be smoothed out a little bit for it to fit flush, so I'm probably gonna try to pull this dent a little bit and hammer it down, kind of fix that paint, because they literally just like rattle, like just, you can see how terrible that looks. So I need to do a better job at that. Rear bumper's painted, doesn't look very good. And then I got this core support piece, which was missing from my car. It's more of a bumper, it's not the core support, it's bumper support there. And then this is also part of the bumper clip. And then I got this foam piece that goes in the bumper, because mine's missing and the bumper kind of sags in the middle and isn't held up right. Then I also got a new crash bar, because the crash bar in this car is missing. Obviously I'm assuming from the wreck, so I'm gonna fix that. But first thing I'm gonna do is put the new AC compressor back in, and then I rented some tools from O'Reilly to pull vacuum on the AC system, so I can recharge it, and then after I recharge the AC system, we'll be good to put the whole front end back together. I also didn't even mention, I got see this center light there is all cracked and broken, so I got another one of those. And then the corner light is missing, so I got another one of those. And then I got this fog light here. It's sitting out in the sun because it was all dirty inside, so I washed it out with water. So I'm trying to get it to dry out. But because the front one on mine, the passenger side has an OEM one, and the driver's side has a non-OEM one, and I don't even know if it's for the right car, because it doesn't really fit right, and it's got like that weird thing in the middle, so it just looks different. So, oh, that's not good. Okay, I'm glad that didn't break. Yeah, that didn't break. Okay, I was gonna be mad if I broke that right as I was just at the junkyard, but yeah, the headlight, I don't really know. There's a lot of parts just laying around here. I don't really know what they went to, but that's fine. At the junkyard, I grabbed a bunch of hardware and stuff just so I have spares, and this was missing hardware in several places. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the front back together, and I did patch the exhaust leak. There was a hole in the catalytic converter, so I patched it with some paste and like a little aluminum plate, and we'll see if that works. Hopefully it does, and then that'll probably be all I have time for today, because this is going to take a lot of time. All right, so I got the front all put back together, and the AC condenser is in, and I recharged the AC, and it works great. I drove it last night, and the AC worked great the whole time, no leaks or anything. I just finished screwing in the bumper and the splash panels underneath and all that. And then I actually did end up just swapping on the grill I got from the junkyard, and I swapped the badge over. So now I have a working hood latch mechanism. For some reason, these bolts, those two bolts right there, just don't screw in, and now I can't get them off. Like, they just went on and then won't come off, but they're the ones that were there holding on the other one. So I don't really know what the deal is with that. I do need to polish and clean up the chrome just a little bit on that. But yeah, it's all good to go. The bumper now has a bumper support, all the right brackets and everything being held up. The headlights are now secure, don't wiggle around. The alignment is still weird on the headlights. I still got to figure that out. But they work enough. But whenever I probably end up lifting it and whatever, I'm just going to add more lights on the front and stuff, because it's gonna need it. And then that comes with like the roof rack and everything, but that's pretty later on down the line. These tires are a little bald, so in a few days I'm gonna go pick up some cheap LS400 wheels and probably run those on the rear, just for messing around. And then I don't know, I'll just keep these Cobra wheels because I like them. I'm probably, since I'm going to college, I won't be doing much with the car. Probably just leave it like this and then continue fixing it. May have a few videos on it here and there and stuff, but it's in a pretty good spot as it sits now. Wow, that's locked. I put this little waving cat in there, matches the dice. It's a little Japanese thing. I need to clean the whole inside. I haven't cleaned the inside yet, so I think that's the next step I'm gonna do. And then it needs to get polished, and then I'll wipe it down with some just quick spray wax, and then I think that'll be wrapping up this video. I can't imagine how long it is now. Every time I record something, I talk for a super long time, but I mean, if that's, you're watching this, if you want to know all the details about this car. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything finished up. I also need to fix the door handle thing that's loose in there. I don't really know my solution for that yet. I tried to use self-tappers, but there's really nothing to screw them into. So I don't really know. A few other things I grabbed from the junkyard was that middle piece there. You can see it's a little discolored, but that was missing from my car. And then also this little wooden piece here, which it's been drying long enough now. You can see it doesn't match at all, and I still need to polish it a little bit more, but it's better than not having one there at all. I went ahead, I've detailed the interior, just like the upper part of the dash and everything. So now I'm going to clean and condition the seats, and then vacuum the carpets and drill brush them with some carpet cleaner, and then vacuum them again to help them dry. And then that'll be about it. I think all I'm gonna do after that is polish the trunk and around these badges, because I detailed these badges with a soft bristle brush, but it still scratched the black paint, obviously. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then that'll be about it for this video. The rest of it, you know, like the spoiler and all of that, there's just gonna be, I'm gonna have to do another video because I'm running out of time, and I gotta stop doing car stuff and start worrying about school and moving and whatnot. So yeah, the rear brake pads just arrived from Rock Auto, so I don't know if I want to do those or not. I might try to do those tomorrow, but I just want to get the car in good driving shape so I can do road trips and whatnot with it. But yeah, I'm rambling way too much in this video. I think that's all I've done so far. So yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and clean the interior and polish the rest of it, pull it outside, and detail it with some spray wax real quick, and then finish this video off. So the interior is fully detailed. Carpets are all cleaned. You can see they're nice and black, not dirty anymore. And then I also put some leather seat patches on to cover the duct tape. I ran out before I could do that one. I've patched one right over there, but the color actually matches almost perfectly. I bought these a while ago on Amazon to fix the Focus. The driver's side Recaro had some damage right here, and they've actually held up for like 2 years. These actually stick really well. So I went ahead and put them on the seat. I'm probably just gonna get a towel and put it down here and then tuck it in just as a cheap temporary solution. But you know, everything is nice and clean. I cleaned all the windows again, the dash, everything. The interior is looking pretty mint right now. I ordered a steering wheel cover for this IS300 wheel because this does not clean. It's just sticky and disgusting. So I got a leather wrap wheel that I will put, or not wheel, cover that I'm putting on here, and I'll just sew it on and it'll make this look brand new. And then that'll pretty much be it for the interior for now. I'm leaving everything open to dry because I sprayed carpet cleaner on the carpets, so that's got to dry. And then I have the floor mats outside. The floor mats are outside drying too because I cleaned those The front has the carpet mats, and I'm putting the rubber mats back here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and polish the hood and trunk and then pull it out and give it a quick wipe down, and we'll be good to go. All right, so the hood and trunk have been polished. The hood didn't come out as good as I wanted. It looks like a mirror on camera, but you can still see there's still like a few water spots and stuff, so it probably needs a little bit heavier of a polish, but it did make it look a lot better. I polished up the chrome on this grill from the junkyard, and I polished the badge a little bit, so that looks really good. I checked the hood latch I put in there, works all good and everything. So that's a lot better than having to like dig my finger all the way up in there to grab that little tiny latch. The trunk came out really good. I polished the trunk and then a little bit of the quarter here, and it is like a total mirror. And then it also looks a lot better on the back because it got rid of the scratches from the detail brush on the emblems. And this new spray painted rear bumper is like a really deep black. So now that I polished this, it matches a lot better. And you can see it is like totally mirror-like. So that's about it for this video. It still needs an outer tie rod end on the passenger side and the rear brake pads. But I'll do that in another video because this one's getting long and I'm not gonna work on the car for a little while longer. But that is pretty much it. Stay tuned for the build on this car. Still not completely decided what I want to do, but I really like how it sits right now. So it's definitely going to stay like this for a while. But please leave a like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at NickJoeKnapp if you want to see more updates like this and more frequently. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.